Are you ready? Yeah! I want to know, is everybody ready? Yeah! All right, here we go.
Hinna! Yeah! Yeah! Bobby back! The difference is doing it. Okay, here we go. First disc art giveaway of 2021. And look, we're starting this year off with a doozy of a disc. Last you saw me, I promised you that this giveaway was also going to be doubling as our next episode of Other Basement Disc Dyers. And in this episode of Other Basement Disc Dyers, we are going to be featuring the TDIDI Army's very own Scott Semposki, which, talking about TDIDI Army OG. Look, he's not unlike most of you guys and girls out there in that his disc dyeing journey started right here at one of our giveaways. We sucked him into the rabbit hole, dangling free plastic as bait up, and got another one. Boom. And then, you know, he just added a little bit of doing it to it. And then over time, like, he's matured into a top shelf disc dyer, cranking out white hot plastic. And here's the cool thing. This is like one of the coolest things about being old man Bob Cobb at TDIDI. Like, I've gotten to see every disc in his journey, from the very first one, right at the start, all the way through to this one, this masterpiece right here that he put together for our Other Basement Disc Dyers giveaway. I mean, come on, right? Look, if you've dyed even one disc, I'm sure that you've had the thought, yo, it would be dope to dye an eyeball on a disc, right? And my man killed it. Okay, so that's the giveaway disc, which I told you it was a doozy. Here's what I'll do for you while I do the rest of the blah 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 blah. I'll start a reel of Scott's discs going here, and like I tried to organize them chronologically so you could see like the journey of it all through that he's taken that I was talking about. But like, I gotta move quick from here, okay? Because not only did he make this super dope hands-eye disc for us for the giveaway, but he also recorded a tutorial showing us every single step he took on how to do it. And not just showing us every single step, my man commentated his way through the whole entire thing. So, like, this one's going to be a larger dose. It's not going to be like the normal 8 minutes of super speed and a beat. Not this time. This is the whole kit and caboodle. He's going to walk you through the entire process and show you, like, how he took his own drawing of a hand and transferred it onto the disc, right? And, like, how he did all the layers to make this iris look straight perfect. And all of it, okay? All of it. Here's like the main thing I took from going through all the footage while I was cutting it up. Like, I kept thinking over and over again, like, I would have done this disc an entirely different way at every step of the process almost. Which, like, frankly, that's what makes these Other Basement Disc Dyer videos so awesome. There are so many methods and techniques and tools and tricks that are out there being figured out and mastered by TDIDI Army generals everywhere. And look, I'm here for all of it. All of it. So, like I say in all of these Other Basement Disc Dyer videos, look, if you're one of them out there and you got something that every time you're just like, yeah, hit me up. Hit a brother up. Send me a DM. Shoot up a flare. Email maybe. One of the comments. Whatever it is. Hit me up. And we'll hook it up. And I'll do all the brrrr stuff. And then the next Other Basement Disc Dyers. Bang! That's how we do it. Okay. Let's get on with what all you doers are here waiting for. I got 30 minutes of how-to locked and loaded that is guaranteed to level up your disc dyeing game. And not just like one level either. I'm talking like at least 3 or 4. And then I'll circle back on the other side and we'll bang out real quick instructions on how to enter the giveaway and to get your hands on this bad boy, stick it in your bag, huck it real good, and then a little bit of what's coming up in 2021, because we got some stuff in the pipeline right now. It is packed full and I'm stoked. But I'm going to save that for the other side. Like I said, we got to keep this thing moving. All right, so let's officially start doing it.
Hello folks, Scott Semposki here. So what I wanted to do, as you can see, I've done a few sketches of like hands holding brushes, but my idea is to put that on top of a an iris, right? So now I've been wanting to do an iris and pupil for a while now, but I think it needs more. So what I want to do is have a hand painting the iris, and I know this is going to be kind of big, but I don't have to do the whole iris, and I want to put that on a Opto line Glimmer diamond. It would be something like this, but I need to trace. So I'm going to take graphite paper that I've kind of already cut out to the shape of this, and I'm going to trace the hand first, and then while doing that, right, it's going to transfer to the disc and give me a nice outline on here, which you'll see later, that I can go back and I can paint. So what I have done is I've taped the graphite paper to the disc, and then I took my tracing and I taped that to the disc. So for me, I like the setup. I've taken an old, like the backing of a vinyl sheet, and I've taped that down to my desk. So this way it spins real easy, nice and glossy, and then I can turn it and move it and do pretty much what I need to do, and I can always replace that when it gets cut up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace this drawing. I'm going to try and be as gentle as I can, but also have enough pressure to make an impact and get the line traced out. What I am going to do is I'm going to use a different color than what's on the tracing paper, so blue, and I'm going to trace this each line kind of like a couple times so I know that it has left a mark on the disc. I did want to make sure that the graphite paper is as tight as it can be to the disc with taping it, just so that it doesn't get wrinkles and then you have a skewed image, or, you know, there's certain things that can go wrong with it. Hopefully you just try and prevent it and do what you can. So far not bad. It doesn't look like it's tearing through the tracing paper, which is nice. Now this, I do want to make sure I go all the way to the edge. It's okay if you don't connect all the lines with this process. It should have enough of an imprint through the graphite paper onto the disc to where I can connect the lines if I need to with dye. Now I am going to have like points on this disc where my hand is touched, right, and that kind of be smears, but I can wipe that off with magic eraser. I did wipe the disc with magic eraser real nice and soap and water to try and get any kind of possible sealant or adhesive or whatever might be on the disc that I can't see. Get that off. I will take a peek at it underneath, but sometimes the issue with that is as soon as you lift up the graphite paper and the tracing, it can move. There's no guarantee you're going to put it down exactly where it was. I'm going to go over these lines a couple more times, and then I'll bring you back for when we lift off the tracing paper and onion skin, and we can go from there. Alright, so before I peel off the graphite paper and this, I've gone over it a couple times, I heated up some iodide poly, black, and denatured alcohol over this candle over here off screen, and then I have a toothpick. So I'll let this toothpick sit in there and try and get fully saturated, because then it's going to hold dye a little bit better. And all this is like an old mechanical pencil. I just slide the toothpick in there and use that to hold. For me it's a lot easier because I'm used to drawing with pencils and I feel like I have better control. So we're going to let that soak up dye maybe 15 minutes, and then we're going to peel this off. We're not going to peel this off until that's ready, because I kind of want, once I peel this off, I want to start doing the outline, and then we'll go from there. See how it came out. Okay, that came out pretty nice. Alright, let me get this off and I'll show you. So we have a good overall outline, and we're going to work from there. I'm going to set this over here in case I need to dip. Get my toothpick. See what I'm saying about spinning? Spins quite nice, but if I try to do it on this paper covering I have over here, it'd be a lot trickier. The graphite does kind of want to push the dye a little bit, but just gotta go over it. With enough pressure that the dye is on there, but you don't really want to scratch up this disc. When I do this, I kind of brush the toothpick off on my, we'll call it like a dye well, my jar of dye. Starting to get there. So, as you can see, like, I've really only gotten from like there to there. And it's not as dark as I want it, because usually the first pass as I go over it kind of pushes the graphite out of the way. So I have to go over it another time. And I'm trying not to go immediately over the lines I just did. I found that kind of like dilutes the previous line that's there. But if I wait a little bit, it gives the denatured alcohol a little bit more time to evaporate and then dye to suck into the disc, and then it'll darken. That's my experience. So, I don't know how long this has been. 10, 15 minutes? Not bad. Maybe not even that. Okay, so that's 3 layers of black. And I hit it with a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Alright, so I'm going to glue mask. And I'll show you that kind of process. We'll do 2 coats of that. So we'll let the first one completely dry, and then we'll start on the second one. Just so that if there's any bubbles, those hopefully get covered up. So we'll just Elmer's school glue. Here we go. I'm going to grab a toothpick in case I need to push. Generally I can just push around the edges with the tip of this bottle, but we'll see. So like I said, I did wash it under cold water. Soap and water, just like this soap, Dawn, and then I did a magic eraser to get off the graphite. This is just for my sake, to where when I get to that painting the iris, that I won't be painting over the hand by mistake or whatnot. And we're gonna pull some of this stuff out. Trying to get it out to black edges. If not, that's okay, it's black. But I want to make sure everything inside of it is covered. Like here's going to be a slight problem. I might be able to cut that with a knife after first layer dries and then do the second layer. But I might not. So I'm going to try and clean that up as best I can now. See, like the bubbles, I'm not sure if you can see this from way up there, but these little bubbles, they'll eventually pop as it's drying, and then if you get dye over it, like if you were doing a spin dye over this whole thing, the dye will get through there. So that's why I'm doing the second layer, just to be safe. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. I'm going to come back after this is dried, do another coat of glue. Alright, we're back next day. So we got 1 layer of glue dried on here, a couple bubbles like I was talking about, but that's okay. So it's kind of changed up direction. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the contact paper down, I'm going to trace out my white, and then I'm going to glue mask where I trace out the white on this, and then I'll add a second layer to this. And then when that dries, I'll come back, I'll do another glue mask of the white area, and I'll wait for that to dry. So let's get into taping this. So again, with taping this, we're going to try and get the graphite paper as flat and stretched as possible so that it doesn't wrinkle up, skewing the image that we're trying to put on there. So yeah, I think on this one we'll do 2 more because it's kind of bubbling up here and here. Okay, the hand is here. So yeah, I think that's good. Alright, then we're going to follow the same thing we did for the hand. I'm going to go through and I'm going to trace really just the big areas of white. I'll kind of like do a line for the little ones, maybe, just so I can follow it with the glue. But my main concern is getting these big blotches of white. So then we just start tracing. And with a paper stock, it's a lot easier to press firmer and not have to worry about ripping the graphite paper and onion skin. I'm pretty pleased with this. So I'm going to keep doing this all along the white. I'll bring it back when that's done. Okay, so that didn't take as long as I thought. Maybe 6-7 minutes. What I've done is I've gone through and kind of traced all the white, the big gaps like I was saying, and then just marked solid ones on the inside. So let's see how that looks. The hard part is getting the tape off. Ooh, it does look nice. I got a glimpse. Hey, it's taking me longer to take the tape off than it is for the extra tracer. That's not bad. Oh, you know what I should have done? Just trace out the iris and the pupil. Let's do that real quick. Okay, I like that. I'm going to take this here for reference. Alright, so now I'm just going to go through the process like I did with the hand. Start gluing in all these lines. So, here we go. Alright, so this is going to take me a bit longer than tracing it. So I will bring you back once again when I have it all glued, so you kind of what it looks like then, and then we can wait for glue to dry. Alright, so now I have 2 layers of glue, the white parts of the iris, 2 layers of glue on the hand and brush, and I've done some testing on white air disc, but it's going to be similar but not exact. Right, so first I kind of did thin lines. I really wasn't sure about that, but through quite a few layers, I came up with something like this, and I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to try and do 1 layer kind of like this, another, I don't know, 10-15 layers to hopefully get this kind of effect. And I'm going to leave the iris, or the pupil empty for now. Even if I go into it with the green, it'll be okay because it's going to be black, and I kind of want like a not so perfect pupil. It's going to have kind of ridges, so that's my plan. I'm using watermelon quick coat and UV blue quick coat room dip. So green first, kind of do long strokes, pull it out, and then blue, and then blue, and then green, and then blue, and then green, blend some color, and we'll go from there. Alright, here we go. This is just kind of rough. We'll do more layers and add more green to it. But I want to get this first layer down. Now as I dip the brush, I am kind of wiping it on the edge of the bottle, so I don't have like major splotches. I do think this is going to come out pretty cool. If I can execute it, I'm sure I can. In a couple areas I'll do like a variation, shorter strokes, longer strokes, but I want to build up the green around the pupil. So far I'm pretty happy. I know it's not even close to done, but that's not bad. Really, not bad at all. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but part of the glue kind of overlapped. Right, that we can kind of touch up in the end, which you have to be real careful. Not a problem. Right, so Bobby's always saying, never perfect, always awesome. See what I was saying about the spinning? I like, you can use a turntable. My turntable isn't big enough. It's like a medium size. It's not a direct drive. It's belt driven, so being able to turn it left and right you run the risk of breaking the belt. And now I'm also kind of getting, right, at what point do I stop with the green? I could keep going with green, but I also want to add blue. Yeah, I think that's okay for green right now. And I don't think I'm going to be starting blue at the center. Kind of like where I'm ending the green, I don't want it to be a perfect circle. So I'm going to probably just start randomly pulling out blue, doing heavier towards the outside. Layers. That's what it's all about. It's not going to be perfect the first time it goes on this disc. So now when I lean back, I can see a lot more of the blue. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, I really like how this is coming along. Once I pull up the glue mask, and I can always add hints of blue and hints of green. Those I primarily wanted the disc color. Like I said, this could be, you could probably accomplish the same thing with a shaving cream mound dye, green and blue. But, like I've also said, I tend to go a little heavy on the dye when I do a shaving cream mound dye. And I wanted a bit more control of how dark the colors were. Where this is going. We'll do some more blue, trying to get that darker, but I'm liking this, I really am. The blue and the green look really nice next to each other. But this is looking nice. Really looking forward to putting a couple more blues, greens, and then peeling off the glue. Okay, I'm digging that. Alright, I'm going to stand up and stretch, and then figure out let's see what we're doing. Alright, we're back. So I took a break, and I took the disc outside. So let's recap. Right, here we are with the disc. A little hard to see the blue. You see the green a bit more. So I took some pictures of it down here in the basement under this light. And then I also went outside and took some pictures. And the reason I did that is just to see it under different light. I know it's a big thing for me, is to take a break and take the disc to a different set of lighting outside, or take a couple pictures, see if you can get the light to shine on it, see how it looks, but just something to keep in mind. Take it outside. So I'm going to keep with the number 3 size brush, just keep adding blue, and we'll see how dark we can get it without going too dark. I think we're getting really good on blue. I think that's about it. After I pull off the glue, I'll come back in and add some darker blue. But right now, I'm happy with that. So for the darker green, I'm just gonna kind of do more blue than yellow. I like the tone. So, like I said, with the green darkness, I just want to kind of highlight it. And I'm not going to do long strokes, just going to keep it within the glue. I think that might be it for the dark green. Just enough to where it's like... So I'm not going to try and make this real dark. I just want a difference. I think that might be it for the brown. Now I think you're going to peel off the glue. So yeah, I'm going to cut along the hand because I still want the hand to be covered. And then start peeling the iris glue. Alright, so I'm going to keep doing this, get all the glue off. I'm going to bring you back for that. Okay, so I've got all the glue off. Gone over it with my finger just to make sure. Right now I'm kind of like inside, I'm freaking out because this is not what I had seen in my head. Right? I think it'll turn out fine. I'm pretty sure it will. It's just the process of thinking it through, making it happen, and then just doing it. So that's really just what I have to do is get into it. Alright, let's do this. I do want to leave some of this white still, because I think that's important, but I also think it needs some color. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do like the inside of these and outline them in like this green and just kind of get the edges. I'll do the same with the blue and hope it helps clean up. I do think that's what I needed. Just needed that to soften that line in between the white and the color. Okay, I think that's the blue and the green. I think that was the right call to outline it. I'm just kind of shade a little bit, like we talked about, adding some darkers. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the shading of the iris and the white. I think overall it looks much better. So I've kind of roughed in a couple reflection spots on the pupil. Not sure you can see them here and here. I'm going to give the finger like a little bit of an outline in white as well as the brush, just so it don't completely fade right into the pupil. So that's my plan now. add the pupil. Pupil will be black iodide poly with denatured alcohol. My plan is to kind of bring out the pupil a little bit so it's not a perfect circle, and then do like a lighter gray, like right on the outside rim. Alright, so let's do around the fingers first. I'm gonna rinse this, and we'll see. So what I have in this little container here is a little bit of acetone. I'm gonna dip this in it, dab it on some paper towel, and then try and get in there and clean up the reflections. I think there we go. That's beautiful. The only part we have left is the hand shading. Alright, so we're on to the hand. Now what I've done for like the fleshy color, I'm going to kind of go with this and do layers of this. So to get this, I did quick coat yellow chartreuse. There's a bit of pumpkin brown quick coat, the tiniest bit of UV red, and a little bit more than the red, I use UV blaze orange. And I'm going to add a little bit of denatured alcohol to that, just so that I'm not sure I made enough. I don't want it drying out before I get done and have to start a new batch and have possible wonky color issues. Always test. I think that's what we're looking for. Yeah, so let's try it with a bigger brush. See how well we can control it. I just want an extra little cup of regular denatured alcohol so I can blend it. So that's all that's on this Q-tip is denatured alcohol. It's not bad, we're going to have to work quick though. Oh, that's quite light. Okay. Not bad, it's a little bit orangey, but I think it'll work. I'm just going to try and darken up the areas that are going to get shading. Alright, so what I've done is taken some silver gray iodide poly and some denatured alcohol, and now I'm just going to slowly layer it and build up some shading on the hand. Okay. I want to get this shadow dark, because it's right under the hand. You're really not going to see, you're going to see some color, but you're not going to see as much as what that's showing. And I don't think the silver is going to do it. So I'm starting with like a new Q-tip each time I'm going to do this, just so I can know how it's going to work out, instead of like dipping the same one and having it be super saturated. Okay, I think I'm done on the shading in the hand. Now it's just on to paintbrush and fingernails. Okay, so that's your brush tip. Let's see how the yellow looks. I really love this disc. I think it's just coming out so nice. Alright. Yellow. You can dig it, for sure. And fingernails. Alright, here it is. All done. So, let me just give you some close-ups. I love how this thing came out. Like, I couldn't be more thrilled about how it looks. Yeah, I want to say a big thank you to Greg Renfro, X to the Z, my wife, who convinced me that this hand did need to be finished in color, and I'm so glad I did. It looks amazing. Especially Old Man Cobbers. Thanks for giving me this opportunity, and I love it, man. Enjoy the disc.
Boomtown! That's what I'm talking about. We are so there. We are so there. Here's what I want you to remember. If like you're new to all this, maybe this is like one of your first TDIDI video. Scott started out at the same place you did. I started out at the same place you did. Dude, and look at this bad boy. I mean, that's what keep doing it gets you. That's why I say it all the time. Keep doing it, okay? Keep swinging the hammer. That stone's gonna break. And before you know it, you're going to be cranking out perfect eyeballs with hands drawing them on your discs. I love it. Okay, just so I don't forget to get it in at the end. Scott, my man. A collective, hell yeah! From the whole, I'm going to represent the TDIDI Army on this one. I'll say it again. Hell yeah, dog. I love it. You're the man. And, friggin' thanks, bro. Some of you should say that in the comments. Friggin' thanks, bro. Now, in the name of this video not being like a whole hour long, let's bang out how to get this sucker, okay? Instructions on how to enter the giveaway. And I'm gonna these bad boys, all right? It's gonna be a little quicker than normal, but we're gonna do it like the same way we normally do, which means 3 crazy things you got to do to enter this giveaway. First, enlist in the TDIDI Army, just like Scott did a long time ago. Before you know it, eyeballs drawing hands, okay? That's one of the things you might get out of it. What's that mean? Just hit the subscribe button below. Boom, you're in there. Keep it moving. 2, comment down below, okay? You can comment whatever you want. Some of you should write friggin' thanks, bro. But in the beginning of your comment, no matter what it is, as long as it's PG-13, put this. Hashtag TDIDI and then a space, and then pick any number between 1 and 5,000 and slap it right there. Don't need the parentheses, don't need the hash, none of that crap. Just hashtag TDIDI space, your number between 1 and 5,000, okay? That's your entry. Make it like your favorite number or something, maybe your luckiest number. Because if I pick that number in 2 weeks when this giveaway ends, hands-eye, going in your bag. Okay? So that's 2 things, 1 and 2. Here's the 3rd, all right? You got to share this giveaway with someone, like with another potential disc dyer, with a huck. Share this sucker, okay? Share it with someone, preferably someone who loves disc golf or disc dyeing. Bang, that's that, and then you're in there, and then 2 weeks. That's how long we run these things. 2 weeks takes us to February 1st, Monday, February 1st, right at midnight Eastern Standard Time. I'll close the polls. That's it. If you didn't get in, bummer. Okay, I'll wake up the next morning. I'll do all this stuff, button pushing, get the secret number, and then if it's yours, Boomtown. That's where That's where you're headed. And then that's it. We'll have done another one. We'll have started 2021 off with a doozy. Yeah. All right, and look, here's what we got coming for 2021. I got a couple more other Basement Disc Dyers packed into the pipeline. I just got some footage for how to make cells the other day, and it's going to blow your mind. Like, that's the hot thing right now, right? Everybody's trying to make awesome looking cells. It's hard, okay? Not for this. I don't want to tell you. Here. I almost gave it away. All right, look, I'm not going to tell you their name because I don't like to blow the surprise. But yo, I got the footage in. I'm working on it next. It's really weird, but a bunch of people have been asking me about an in the bag video, so that's like coming. I'm working on that. Look, I'm trying to get the content flowing. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you're into this stuff, especially the other Basement Disc Dyers, hang on tight, because I'm going to try to give you like a gut punch. A gut punch of it. All right. One more time before we get out of here. Scott, my man, thank you so much. I mean, for the disc, that's awesome, and someone is going to just like, but dude, that tutorial, that's going to edify all of us forever. You're the man. All right, I'm going to be back at you before the results video with another one. Get ready. That kind of stuff. Until then, keep doing it.
Oh.
Heartbreaker!
Oh, no.